Alright. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. I'm Valerian Nishino, and today we're going to play Total War Warhammer III Immortal Empires with one twist. We are not going to recruit any troops. So rules of the game are as follows. You can also see this in the description and on the sidebar here right now. We are playing on very hard for the campaign and hard for battles. We cannot recruit any units. This includes Raisted, Regiments of Renown, etc. Now, starting units and garrisons are fair game. However, this time we are also disbanding all non-hero and non-lord units at the start of our campaign. We will manually fight any army battles that are not decisive victories or decisive defeats. If the auto resolve shows a decisive victory or defeat, it's up to me to decide whether I want to fight it or not. We will auto resolve any battles that only involves our garrisons, so no player armies at all. Now for this playthrough, as you can probably already see in the description, we are going to be playing with Vampire Counts and with Vlad von Carstein and Sylvania. Now, out of all the factions in Total War Warhammer 3, this probably has the easiest time with these rules. One of the reasons is that all units in Vlad's army receive Vanguard deployment, which is really useful. And the other bonus is the fact that we gain access to a special building, Castle Dragonhof, and we'll see that once we get into the campaign. We also need to talk about the list of mods that I'm using. So let me bring this up here. I'm generally using mods that are small quality of life improvements, so there isn't a huge difference if you're not running any mods. However, the one mod to be aware of is the recruit defeated legendary lords here, which basically does exactly what the name says. It does mean that we'll probably have access to Manfred and the other Vampire Counts legendary lords down the road, which makes the game slightly easier. But overall, you'll be able to do the same thing if you want to try this at home yourself, whether you install mods or not. So let's hide the mod list and double check our settings. Campaign on hard, battles on very hard. We will put the endgame scenario difficulty up to 200, and we will disable Vampire Ascension. So we will not be facing the endgame scenario with the Vampire Counts. That's just to kind of avoid some troubles with having the other Vampire Counts legendary lords with us. And I think the rest of this is fine. All right. Just want to make sure the stream is going on properly. Good. Alright, so like I said, the first thing we're going to do is to disband all these units. We do not need them. One of the advantages with Vlad is that we get Isabella as an extra hero. So we're going to have 3 units to start us off rather than 2. And both Vlad and Isabella are very good in combat. The vampire is another thing. Also, the advantage I talked about earlier is this building, the Mausoleum of the Mad Count, which unlocks vampire recruitment at settlement level 1 and adds 1 hero capacity and 3 hero recruit rank. And this is really important because we are very limited in what troops we can recruit. Being able to start recruiting heroes almost right off the bat is a huge bonus for us. And while we are here, let's also take a look at our building browser. So this is the major settlement building list. Obviously, we have no use for any of the military recruitment buildings. So we're just going to go right off and destroy these buildings. They are of no use to us at all. Now, for major settlements, all of the military support buildings involve heroes, so they will be useful for us. The other building to take note of is the Boneyard line, which enables us to recruit necromancers. Now, necromancers are pretty wimpy in combat, but we can build a lot of them. So they are actually going to become our bread and butter units. Whoops, oops, oops, oops. That was not what I meant to do. And for minor settlement building trees, again, we have no use for military recruitment. So we're going to spend our building slots on armories, spirit wells, and on boneyards. That's going to increase our hero capacity in every settlement that we have. Let's also upgrade Castle Dragonhof. Now, let's fight this battle and see how our 3 units fare. We have a close victory on the auto-resolve, and we are not going to fight this automatically. As per the rules, this is a manual battle. Let's see, yeah. This one. Oof, just want to get the game capture as big as I can reasonably make it. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so with Vlad's Vanguard deployment, we get to put everything very close to the front lines. It doesn't matter too much when you're facing another Vampire Count armies, but it's gonna come in very handy when we eventually fight the Empire, the Dwarves, and the other factions with ranged units. Here we go. So, as far as tactics is concerned, there is none. We're just going to ram these guys straight into the enemy line, and they're going to do their jobs. And as far as abilities are concerned, Vlad has the Master of Beguilement ability, which reduces enemy attack. We'll use it now. He has Invocation of Nahak for healing, and Van Hell's Dance Macabre for boosting a single unit. Isabella also has the Master of Beguilement. Where is the enemy lord? Yeah, we'll use it on that one. In fact, I want all my All my guys will be focusing on the enemy Vampire Lord if we can. Vlad has taken a little bit of beating, and Isabella's other ability, the Blood Chalice of Bathory, allows us to heal him. Of course, we can also use the Invocation of Nahak, but we will leave it for now and save those Winds of Magic for our Shadows Vampire with Malkoth's Mystifying Miasma, which is, you know, the basic Lord of Shadows spell that deals a little bit of damage to a unit. Let's hope we can take out the enemy Vampire Lord soon. We can see like what's affecting our morale, and one of the things that we have to be careful of is that we are almost always going to get either the flanking or attack in the rear penalty. And if you've played Vampire accounts before, you know that taking a leadership penalty can cause your units to start taking actual damage. So that's something that you have to keep in mind. There are ways to mitigate it. But just to know that when you're fighting like this, your heroes or lords are not going to be as effective as you might expect when you do a normal playthrough. We are doing a good deal of damage to the enemy Vampire Lord. He happens to be in the vicinity of both Vlad and Isabella, which probably helps. Yeah, he's getting knocked down. I wish I could zoom in more, but I need to keep this a little zoomed out in order to have some situational awareness of what's going on. But we are making good progress. This guy looks like he's almost down. Still not there, looks like. Okay, but we get to cast Master of Beguilement again, and it's a pretty useful ability in this kind of playthrough, you know, to keep your guys standing. Come on, come on, it's not that far off. You also need to reissue your orders every now and then, because when your units are engaged in melee like this, they're going to lose their orders pretty quickly. I'm going to use Isabella's Blood Chalice on herself. Actually, speaking of which, real quick, I'm going to turn off default guard mode. The last campaign I played was with dwarves, so I had that turned on, but this time when you're playing with lords and heroes only, you want your lords to be aggressively chasing after the enemy. I'm hoping Isabella can get this over with. She should be pretty good in melee. Not as good as Vlad. The good thing about facing other vampire counts is that their units, especially the chaff units, generally have very low melee attacks, so they're not going to be too much of a threat to your troops. But Vlad has gotten pretty badly hurt. I need to heal him up. We are almost there. We've almost taken out the Vampire Lord. I might need a second boost of Invocation of Nahak from Vlad. But the enemy Vampire Lord is crumbling. Good, good, good. He is dead. So now all that's left is to take out the rest of the army, and we will speed things up with Malkoth's Mystifying Miasma. But we need to save some magic in order to be able to heal Vlad up, who is pretty badly ganged up on at this point. Yeah, taking damage also causes him to lose leadership. And you really don't want him to get down to the range where they start to crumble. We are actually taking more damage than I expected. Especially on Vlad. Like, maybe there was something we could have done better, although I'm not sure. Let's just make sure we use the rest of our healing. Good, good, good. Oh, OPS is bleeding onto my gaming monitor. Alright. Now, as far as post-battle options go, one thing you'll notice is that we cannot replenish with post-battle options, unlike where you fight a normal battle. Usually you can replenish a lot of the losses that you took. So inherently, we're not going to be able to push as much as a normal playthrough would be able to. Here we're going to just return captives and get the dark magic. So that's another thing we have to be careful about, because your units are going to take damage in battles. You can't fight a lot of consecutive battles and expect to use post-battle options to heal them up. You're not going to have the captives. So we just leveled up. My experience... Now, actually, let's just look at their trees on the whole. The things that we really want to go for. Raise Dead. In Vlad's tree, it's Raise Dead. That's the #1 priority. Number 2 is the hunger. So we only have 1 point right now. Let's put it on Invocation of Nahak and then go for Raise Dead. Now for the Vampire of Shadows, we are aiming for the Penumbral Pendulum, and then the next step would probably be Pit of Shades. Again, we only have 1 point. We'll start on Mystifying Miasma and go for that. And the hunger is also really important once we reach rank 8. Isabella is pretty much the same thing as Vlad. She does have both Raise Dead and the Penumbral Pendulum. So we are going to do that. Summoning troops is fair game. We're not allowed to recruit. So summoning in battle, that's fine. But like Raise Dead, this is no good. Let's head forward to Ashen. And we'll fight this manually. And the ability to use summoned zombies or skeletons is also one of the reasons why I'm starting out with the vampire counts. You know, the regeneration, just like the strength of the heroes and the ability to summon troops into battle, those all contribute to the vampire counts being the most suitable faction for this kind of playthrough. Let's just start healing our vampires right now. We took a lot of damage last battle, and maybe we shouldn't like go for it right now. But I think we can win this. With some of the other factions, if you want to play like this, you have to be very patient. You can't rush things. Let's get... Let's lower the attack of our enemies. Can we use the fireball? We can, that's fine. That's nice. That's nice. That's nice. Yeah, we do have plenty of magic reserves here. I guess we can use Malkuth's miasma on some of these dire wolves. Yeah, the Master of Beguilement ability is actually really probably much better in this kind of play than normally, just because of how much survivability it buys your troops, even if it's just for like half a minute or so. We'll speed this up. It's just our three stooges just getting swarmed and killing off the enemy zombies one by one. Let's see. Oh, the blood chalice has finished cooling down. Let's cast it on Vlad again. We should be fine. I don't think they are going to make us reach our regeneration limit. But let's also remember to use our abilities as soon as we can, just so we are not exposed. It's not entirely clear, like, what's the condition to cast the fireball. Let's make sure Isabella is at full health. Good, good, good. We are making progress. We still have plenty of reserves, so we can use Mystifying Miasma. Good. Another fireball. Like, even at this range, you know, fireballs can do some damage. Again, you see like how we're constantly taking a penalty for being flanked or attacked in the back. Maybe I should be worried about the vampire? Nah, not really. Let's just really aggressively use the healing, because like I said, there's no after battle healing, so we better try to leave a battle with our heroes as intact as we can. And let's keep the enemy attack down. I mean, it looks like we're pretty close to winning this. Yeah, we're turning speed way up. There isn't really much in terms of risk. Look at our kill numbers. Well, yeah, that's the nature of the beast. It's gonna take time. It will take a lot less time once we have access to more powerful spells. And these easy wins are not going to get so easy when we face enemies that have a bunch of range units. Right now we are still just facing other vampire counts, so we have an easier time with this. Vlad got level 3, yes, and we're going to raise that right now. And as for commandments, we're just going to, yeah, I think we should prioritize growth, because even though Castle Drakenhof has a level 1 vampire recruitment building, most of the time you don't get to recruit heroes until you get to levels 2 or even level 3. So growth is going to matter a lot for us. Oops. That was a misclick. No damage done though. Now researchers. If you're familiar with the Vampire Counts technology tree, you see that this group of technology, this group of technology, and this group of technology basically do nothing for us, because all they boost is our troops. Like maybe Liber Necromonica with the attrition mitigation helps a little bit, but not by a lot. So basically we're going to focus on Lamian Book of Blood, gives us blood kisses and better heroes, more income. All that will help us, at least more than the other technologies, but overall technologies are not going to help us a lot. Now, other than heroes, the other way we can increase our armies is by recruiting lords. And I'm going to restrict ourselves to 1 each of the generic lords. So we'll recruit 1 Master Necromancer, 1 Strigoi Goking, and 1 Vampire Lord. You could recruit like 20 lords and, you know, have sort of a full stack, but it's very miserable to micromanage. So we're just going to try to keep things to a more manageable level. Let's get the one that's perceptive, I guess. All right. Yeah, I want to see what this army's next move is. Good. If they've moved there, that's an opportunity for us. We can either take Castle Templehof directly, or we can go for their lord. First, let's level up these 2 guys. Good. Now we've got the Penumbral Pendulum. We've got our first effective damage spell. Isabella is also going to go for Raise Dead. They will serve. Do not mistake me for the fool. Never. Okay, I think I'm going to go for Waldenhof first. So we'll fight their faction leader. Champion of the Dark. Now this is a big garrison. It's 14 plus 5 in the army. Bats and wolves gather. We'll bring up this Master Necromancer here as reinforcements. Something's weird. I can't spin the camera. Yeah, I think this is winnable. But we've got to be careful. Let's save this and then fight. Like, experience tells me that this is probably very winnable. But when the enemy also has a lot involved, it's not always so clear-cut. Okay, let's see, our reinforcements are gonna arrive here. Let's drag it a little over.
Hungry for blood.
Okay, we'll approach from here.
With haste. Tremble, fools. All shall perish.
Now, the interesting thing with minor settlement sieges is that towers are not that dangerous because you will be basically in the middle of the fray all the time. And the towers can actually help you by providing friendly fire. So we'll watch this. Yeah, so as that tower is shooting at us, it's actually hitting their own troops just as much as they're hitting us, if not more. Sieges with this kind of army is not too hard. But we want to be patient about when we use our spells. We want to get their entire army in one big blob before we cast, say, the Penumbral Pendulum. So we want to be patient and not do it too early. And let's speed this up, wait for our Master Necromancer to arrive on the side. He's taking some time. Alright, no, this blob is still growing. Yeah, let's bring him into the fray as quickly as we can. If things start to get a little bit hairy, we can summon some troops in the middle of this. So that's going to draw attention away from our units. But it's not time yet. In fact, this might be a good chance to cast a damage spell or two. How's this? Not bad, not bad. Like, it feels like the Penumbral Pendulum has been nerfed in Total War Warhammer 3. But it's still a very good spell when you got big blobs like this. The most dangerous troops here are the Grave Guard. We want to reduce their melee attack.
Mortals will perish.
Yeah, it's probably time to cast Raise That once or twice. Just to buy ourselves some time. And keep the enemy away from the units that actually matter. So our Master Necromancer has finally caught up to the rest of the army. We can cast another damage spell here.
Vlad von Carstein. Yes. This world is mine.
Yeah, the unfortunate thing is that the Master Necromancer is not a very good combatant. And pretty squishy as well, so we gotta be careful here. And like use our healing whenever we can. Yeah, we'll speed this up. I don't want to overdo it because you don't want to miss, like, you don't want to lose the situation awareness and like miss a chance to heal your troops and stuff. Like a situation like this, where we use our troop ability to reduce the enemy attack. Let's see. Yeah. There you go. Good, good. We're still dealing damage. Alright. Yeah, I want to keep this vampire alive. We can recruit new vampires like next turn. We kind of grow attached when you have your starting heroes. Let's cast a penumbral pendulum this way. Let's see what damage we do.
Vlad von Carstein.
Okay. Alright, the Master Necromancer is doing okay on his own. And how much damage have we done? We took out about a third of the enemy up to this point. And we are still in pretty good shape. I don't think we even need to summon zombies to help us. I think we're doing just fine. But let's keep a close eye on our power reserve. Yeah, I don't want to cast anything just yet. Yeah, we're actually almost running out of reserves. Fortunately, our enemies are actually kind of helping us as well. Like I mentioned at the start of the battle, having enemy towers is not necessarily a bad thing for us because they keep shooting into their own troops. More than they are shooting us. Where is Isabella? Alright. So let's weaken the units that she is fighting.
Vlad von Carstein.
You want to be careful, at least in the early stages, to keep your troops together. When your troops are isolated, the enemy can focus on one of them. But by putting them together, you kind of spread the damage out, so that they don't suffer as badly. Alright, this might be the last pendulum that we get to cast. Let's see how this goes. Let's keep Isabella's health up, and we are almost halfway there now.
What do you want?
How are we doing?
Join me.
Good, good, good. Again, you can watch those puffs of smoke on the ground to see how friendly fire by the enemy towers is helping us. Looks like most of these guys are starting to break apart. And we've got leadership up pretty high, even with the attack in the rear penalty. And yes,
Bow
We do enjoy a small leadership bonus from having the fellows nearby. Now let's make sure we're always engaged in melee, because we don't want to give those towers time to fire on us. Alright, these units are almost falling apart. So we've taken out like 2/3 of the enemy army. I mean, the other challenge that we face when you play an army like this is that unit attack animations can be a little bit janky. Sometimes you want to reset your orders from time to time just so that your units are properly engaging in melee. Especially when there are single entity enemies nearby. How are we doing? Alright. We might never even see the enemy lord, the way this is going. They're like what? Three enemy units left? Okay. Okay, we've got them disintegrating. So let's just run our way over. Before that, let's try to end this battle with our hero's health almost maxed. Should be there any moment now. We'll just find the enemy lord. Okay, good. So we got a heroic victory here. And you can look at the number of kills that our Shadows Vampire did. I want to move my mic stand a little bit, just so I don't kick it as often. Alright. And we'll just occupy here. Now we're able to recruit 2 more legendary lords. Let's go for the Strigoi Gold King that's tough. And then the Vampire Lord with aggressive. So that's all. That's it. That's all the generic lords that we are able to recruit unless we lose one of these. So after this, we are going to have to stick to the Bloodline Lords, or like get one of the legendary lords from the other factions if they get defeated. For Master Necromancer, we are also aiming for Race Dead. We got everything, right? Okay. Skill points for Vlad. Actually, no, I was... Yeah, let's start with the hunger first, one way or the other. And then we're going to go for the Curse of Undeath, which, if I understand correctly, is lets you heal everything in range when you're casting. So for the Shadows Vampire, let's increase the... Let's give more levels to the Penumbral Pendulum, save some Winds of Magic. And for Isabella, yeah, we'll go for the hunger. So we still have some money left over. We are going to build a Charnel Pit at Castle Drakenhof. It's going to be upgraded to Boneyard, which will give us access to Necromancers. Same thing in Swatshaven once we have enough money. Ashen already has one. And we will demolish this recruitment building that we have no use for. Yeah, we'll pass the turn. Here we go. Now, from my experiences in Total War Warhammer 2, there's a sort of like critical mass when your stacks really start to be almost unbeatable, or at least able to take out most enemies, and that's maybe around 8 or 9 units in a single stack. We are sort of trying to do that, trying to hit critical mass with 3 lords. So let's bring them over to Castle Drakenhof. Let's bring these 3 lords to Castle Drakenhof. And then get Vlad to attack. Let's make sure we do get reinforcements. Okay, well, we're gonna have to encircle first then. And then bring these 2 guys closer. Continue siege.
Bring me flesh to craft. Find me charnel pits. Definitely.
Before we attack, I want to check the equipment on our lords. Alright, everything is assigned. Good. And let's make sure to assign the standard of discipline to our vampire so that she's not going to break apart so easily. Let's save and attack. Sieges are also not too much of a problem for this kind of army. But major settlement siege with lots of enemies can cause some problems if you're not careful. With vampire counts, it's not that big of an issue, but with some of the other factions, you might lose battles where you think you can win. Then move my chair up a little bit. And let's see which gate are we going to attack. Alright, let's bring this guy over here. To be honest, it doesn't matter so much. Okay, we got them arriving at the same place. And we're going to go for this gate. We shouldn't have to worry about towers at all. And these 3 guys keep getting into the way of each other when they attack gates. Well, Lords and Heroes are very good gate attackers, so we should break this down in no time. We do have to manage the reinforcements as they arrive. But honestly, I'm pretty confident about even just 3 units here. So... Oops, the camera is a little annoying. We do have to be a little bit careful about facing cavalry because they can knock us down Even though our units are supposed to be that much more powerful. But anyway, we will, as usual, beguile these guys. Who do we target? The dire wolves? Yeah. Oh no, I just hit the fell bats. Well, that's fine. We'll save the spells until they actually make a big blob. We'll also throw these two guys into the fray right now. They're just gonna run. They're probably in here in a few minutes or so, if we're lucky. We are unfortunately not able to hit their necromancer right here. I'm still going to wait a little bit since they seem to be sending more troops into the blob.
Isabella von Carstein.
Are we able to cast now? Good. So we got reinforcements coming. Alright. Huh. Yeah, as with the last time, tower arrows don't really matter for us. Although I should keep Vlad's health up high. The Black Knights are a problem for us. Oh, and we also need to be careful about crypt goals. Like any unit that's strong in melee combat. This Graveguard too. Although we're still in pretty decent shape at this point. We've got another reinforcing unit arriving soon. Let's wipe this blob again. Nice. Well, it's still just like 1/5, less than 1/5 of the enemy force. We are making progress. Let's try casting the fireball again. I really want to take out these Black Knights as soon as I can. Yeah, I don't have a clear line of sight for the fireball, it looks like. And yes, the melee animation is again a little bit janky here right now. We'll send the Vampire Lord in here. Oh, good, good, good. Looks like those Death Knights are getting... Oh, no, they are not. They're still in pretty good shape. And I don't like that. Well, I'm sure the Vampire Lord's arrival will help things a little bit. This might be time for us to raise that and give us a little bit more time.
We surpass Nagas.
Yeah, we need to keep the enemy's dangerous units down. Well, we are gaining an edge here. So it's about a quarter of the enemy army down. Let's send this Vampire Lord in here, get some action. Yeah, none of our units are very badly damaged, save for maybe the vampire. And this is the thing about getting critical mass, at least in an area. Once you have like 5 units even, things get a lot easier than when you have just 2 or 3. And it's just because like the enemy is not able to gang up and focus on a single unit so easily. What's the situation right now? Okay, we are all engaged.
Now is our death.
Now let's just keep Vlad in melee. And we'll use the Penumbral Pendulum. The way they line up like this, really conductive to a wind spell. This would be even deadlier if we had Deathwind. How much progress? Okay, okay. So about 1,000 enemies down. The Strigoi Gold King is a little bit low on leadership. Well, I guess it's inherently low. Just like the Master Necromancer. Do we see the enemy lord? He is way out of the fray. Well, we might be able to win this battle without even fighting him. How much reserves do we have left? Not a ton. So I guess we should be conservative now. I mean, we are still doing very well in terms of health. So I actually don't anticipate any problems winning this battle. Where is Vlad, by the way? Nice, we got a fireball off. Yeah, I think we're almost there. Let's speed this up. We've got close to half the enemy army destroyed. We're kind of split up here, which I don't like. But we'll be fine, it's just skeleton spearmen here. Everyone is fighting. Wow, nobody is even damaged enough to make using Blood Chalice worthwhile. Well, good, good, good. We'll just watch the enemy troop numbers drop. These units are also starting to fade away. Okay, well, the Necromancer is in a tiny bit of trouble. But we're still fine. The rest of these guys doing perfectly well. 2/3 now. Good. Looks like they're starting to crumble pretty quickly. Good. Here we go.
What do you want?
Nice. Whew. Need to get a drink of water. So...
My bloodline calls. So be it.
Let's...
Look on me and despair.
Let's say...
Soon I'll be all-powerful. King of Darkness.
Well, before we do anything, let's look at the skill points first.
And tremble.
So now that we have all the basic stuff we need, we can start going for Flock of Doom. I don't really need Van House Dance Macabre. I mean, we can overcast it and give everybody a bonus, but it's not that great. I think raise that upgrade is going to help us more. Excuse me. And the Vampire Shadows, let's get Penumbral Pendulum to 3.
The world.
Isabella, the Curse of Undeath.
Everything dies. From the tomb. What?
Alright. I mean, the generic Lords follow in pretty similar direction to Vlad and Isabella, so there isn't much difference there. Now we are in a position to start recruiting some vampires. And we can recruit one. We already have a Shadows. We already have a Shadows vampire, so I'm going to recruit a Death vampire. To be honest, it's not as good as the Shadows one, but I like having some sort of balance. It's just another restriction I put on myself here, and we'll upgrade Spirit Leech. Life Leeching. Soul Blight is good because it's area area debuff. Aspect of the Dread Knight I'm not sure has any use at all because we already have plenty of troops that cause fear and terror. So that's it for our vampires. Let's build the charnel pit in Swarthaven. Yes, and let's demolish this recruitment building, and here's another charnel pit. Money is not a huge issue for us because our armies are limited by our hero cap. Even if we raise a few armies of lords, it's not going to be a huge amount of upkeep, at least under the Total War Warhammer 3 system. We'll finish off these guys.
A quest has been issued, mighty lord. A great adventure beckons. Be wary, though, for while the potential rewards are great, so too are the perils.
So we got the Blood Drinker quest activated. We'll deal with that a little later. Here, we don't actually need the reinforcements to win, but it's nice to get them involved in combat and gain some experience points. This might be a decisive. Yeah, this is a decisive victory, so I'm just gonna auto-resolve this. I don't think I'm gonna lose anybody. Yeah. So, like I said, when it's a decisive victory, I'm going to use my own discretion as to whether I want to fight it manually or not. So, we've secured Sylvania. We'll demolish this building. Now the question is, where do we move from here? And I think in general it's easier to deal with Skaven than it is with the Empire. First thing first, I'm going to bring Vlad up to the event and get him his unique weapon. Let's assign skill points here for Vlad. Yeah, let's climb up the skill tree. We're going for Wind of Death, which is a really powerful area damage spell.
The world will drown in blood.
Yeah, these aren't that great. I mean, the Withering could be useful if we overcast it. But on its own, it's not that useful.
Bow!
Isabella, yeah, let's get a Penumbral Pendulum.
Darkness comes.
Curse of Undeath.
Welcome to my court.
Yes, Command of the Unliving. Let's summon a unit of crit goals.
This better be important.
Undeath Ascendant.
We're gonna merge this vampire into Vlad's army because we need to deal with the event battles.
Strike out.
Yes.
Let's just like scout out these ruins to see whether they're Skaven or otherwise. Well, no one has the movement range. No one has a movement range, so we'll just stop at the borders.
You dare.
What is your will?
I might think about declaring war on Stirland. Are they allied with anybody?
Make your offer and be done.
Now we could take the moat and still not worry about overextending ourselves. Alright. And can we recruit a bloodline lord now? Yes, we can. What should we take? And let's start with the blood dragon. And we still have to recruit the guy. Oh good, he is the tough ability. But it's not a priority just yet, so let's build an ancient armory in Castle Drakenhof that will allow us to recruit Vikings and upgrade this boneyard to have access to necromancers. We're still level 2. So we'll build the resource building, I guess. Although it's not even much better than the repression stuff. 500 versus 600. Researches, yeah. It's not that we benefit too much. Let's end the turn. Because this event battle is so close by, I'm going to bring Vlad there just normally, as opposed to teleporting him. Okay, can we colonize Needling before... Oh, looks like Sterling just raised the place for us. That's helpful.
Look on me and despair.
That is helpful. So we colonize it.
I hunger.
Run out of savings.
Into darkness. Bring me flesh to craft.
But yeah, we need to be conservative about when we go to war. Although this is actually a pretty attractive chance here. With Alberic caught out here in the open.
Yours is power I own.
It's very risky though. Especially at this difficulty.
Then go.
Soon I'll be all powerful.
But we'll think about it. Okay, well, if Alberic doesn't want to fight, that's fine. That's fine. Oh. Do we have more opportunities here? First, let's send Vlad into that quest battle. This is a fun one. So the auto-resolve says decisive defeat. We'll see what actually happens. We do have the game saved, so if we screw this up, we can redo it. Yes, we got the old cinematics.
Such a pathetic sight since mine father-in-law Otto took his last breath. Is this all that thine empire can muster? What a pitiful age this is. It makes me ponder for the era of worthy foes such as Wilhelm or that wolf knight Kruger. Not this pathetic squabble of mortal men. Yet my sword thirsts, and so it shall be slaked in the blood of living fools that think to challenge the might of von Carstein. Let the slaughter begin!
So, the hilarious thing here, because we have Vanguard deployment, we can actually set ourselves up here. So like on the 6 of those Hellstorm rockets. Let's see. There are no obstructions, are there? Okay. So we start here and we run right into them. So they don't even have the opportunity to use the missiles against us. Now, killing the enemy general is a priority, but we do want to make sure we are actually engaged in the fray so that their crossbowmen can't focus on us. Now, Empire troops are stronger than Vampire Count, so we do have to be a little bit more careful about getting engaged in combat. Still, I think we're going to be totally fine here. And let's try to kill the enemy Lord here. The enemy are bringing up more reinforcements, but they got way far away and it's not going to affect us. Okay, the enemy is blobbed up enough that I think we can use a pendulum or even a flock of doom. That might be even better because this attacks like everything in this area.
Isabella von Carstein. Your time
Well, why not both actually? That's the question. So let's do both. Now a pendulum. And low cost one as well. How much damage are we dealing?
I am busy.
Let's make sure we are focusing on the enemy lord.
vampire.
We have plenty of magic reserves.
Vlad von Carstein.
Wow, the guy's running away. That's a shame. Let's keep our guys together. Let's keep them together. And nice, nice, nice.
Hungry for blood. Vlad von Carstein.
Well, if that guy wants to come back and get killed, we will get him. One more flock of doom here. Should do a pretty good chunk of damage.
Before me.
Isabella von Carstein.
All right. Keep the melee attacks down. You can see that none of our troops are really taking any damage. None of our heroes. Ooh, look at this. We got a mass rout here. One unit of brave spearmen holding down the flag, the fort, and no more. Well, now we've got to meet their reinforcements and try not to get those. Did those artillery just hit their own troops? No. Oh, that's a shame. But yeah, in situations like this, obviously we want to move up as quickly as we can. Good, good, good. We're seeing some enemy friendly fire here now. So yes, artillery, not much of a problem at all.
Vampire.
What if we cast Spirit Leech on this guy who's running away? Good, we killed the enemy lord. And we're gonna get morale penalty to the rest of the enemy army. Although not on the reinforcements, unfortunately.
Isabella.
I'm gonna hold off on the next flock of doom. Because there's still a lot of enemies that are too far away.
Von Carstein.
Okay, let's... Actually, I don't need to heal it yet.
Von Carstein.
We will weaken these Empire Knights a little bit.
Noble of the night.
Alright. Are they converging on us?
Vlad von Carstein.
Let's wait a little bit. Here we go. Still doing well, still doing well. Good, good, good. We're routing a bunch of them, and some of them are getting shattered.
The von Carsteins
Now I do want to avoid speeding this up. Actually, you know what? It's fine. We can speed it up. It's just that this is a little bit more micro-intensive than some of the other battles we had fought. Okay. Let's make sure these guys stay together. We are a little short of magic reserves now. Yeah, we want to be careful not to get shot at by enemy gunners. You know what? This is what Raistat is made for. So let's get these zombies onto the handgunners. I mean, even just to buy some time, that's fine.
What? Don't let the zombies von Carstein. With haste, attack!
How much progress are we making? We have gotten rid of more than half the enemy. The zombies never reached the handgunners. That's a big shame. That's shameful, in fact.
Vlad von Carstein. Hungry for blood.
Isabella von Carstein.
What do you want? End them.
Where are my heroes? Oh, in the same place? Good.
All shall bow.
Yeah, didn't want Vlad to go too far away.
Von Carstein.
Like, knights are pretty annoying, but they're still getting worn down. Speed it up. Good, good, good. They sent their handgunners into melee, which is not going to help their life expectancy. And now there's only a few enemy units left. Good, good, good. Should we cast one last spell just for luck? Like this? How's that? Alright, looks like we're there. Another heroic victory. And you're going to get a lot of heroic victories when you play like this, especially as the armies get larger. The auto resolve doesn't quite assess like the limitations of what armies can do when they face a whole group of heroes. We got tooltip of erasing that, which doesn't matter to us at all. So, more money, and we get Blood Drinker. Well, the recruitment costing doesn't matter, but other than that, it's a pretty good weapon. And we'll just quickly check. Well, first we'll check our equipment. Yeah, Forbidden Rod. Who should we give it to? Maybe Isabella. And then we'll also assign our ancillaries. We got it, right? Good. Now,
Lord of the Night.
can we reach more time this turn? We do have the money to colonize it. Good.
Welcome to my court. This better be important. Move.
Soon I'll be all powerful.
Now,
March.
hoping we can come around and colonize Essen as well. And the problem is that we're not really spreading vampire corruption through these provinces. Okay, and that's all Vlad can do. Let's look at skill points then. For Vlad. Alright, we'll get Wind of Death first. And Vampire. Isabella. Yeah. I'm actually going to prioritize Penumbral Pendulum here. For race stat is enough that we can just cast it. I don't actually care that much about the upgrade. I'll still take it. Can we recruit... Actually, can we recruit heroes now? Yes, we do have necromancers. We have 2 necromancers, in fact. And let's get one that's confident. And sure, discipline. Now the thing with necromancers is that at low levels they're extremely squishy. And they are actually going to die. So... whereas with some of the other heroes, you try to keep them alive as long as possible. Necromancers, if they die, they die. No need to shed too many tears over them. And we have hit our necromancer limits. So let's find some things to upgrade. There. That's all, right? I wonder if we will be able to get Essen. Alright, looks like Essen will be us to take as well. Oh, they got colonized by... who's these? Who are these guys? Talabakland. Alright, well, that's unfortunate. So let's make Stirland our next move.
I am going.
Your wish, master. Yes. Agreed.
So, adding these 2 vampires gives us 6 units. And I think we have White Kings available too. How useful is Dread Incarnate? Hold on, can I view the units browser? I can't see the skills, can I? Well, let's just recruit the one that's let's see, Dread Incarnate versus Strong. Yeah, I guess strong is a little bit more helpful. We have other guys who can cause terror. So I guess he cannot cause terror on his own. That is fine. What do we do here? Okay, I'm going to keep all three of these together, like our generic stack, quote-unquote stack.
Necropolis awaits.
Is there a way to avoid attrition? No. Oh, we might have to move these guys back to Templehof. Alright. Well. We'll still recruit the... yeah. This Blood Dragon. That's all for the turn. Yeah, we might farm rebellions just a teeny little bit. Let's get Vlad here. Join the White King up with him.
I thirst. What do you want?
No new heroes.
Yes.
We move these two stacks together. Vlad is almost at the critical mass. What I'm going to do here is I will keep our guys within Sylvania.
Everything dies. My bloodline calls. Then go. You dare. Tremble.
And if there's a rebellion, we'll send all three of these out to deal with it. I want to also quickly check out the skill lines for the Blood Dragon. Building upgrades. Well, let's also build a channel pit here. The growth bonus also helps us, since we really want to get to level 2 or level 3 as soon as possible to get new hero recruitment buildings. So Bloodless Power. Let's end the turn then. Okay. Oh, we got a free Banshee. That's nice too. Well then. First off,
Von Carstein.
we declare war on Stirland.
Cities. What are you?
Let's circle this settlement first.
I want their souls.
Then we will add the Banshee. And also send this Blood Dragon. Oops, 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 I did not mean to do that. Vlad armies is plenty strong, but we also want to give this Blood Dragon some experience.
Night march
So here we go.
and destruction.
This will be a manual battle, since the auto resolve says Pyrrhic. Alright, and we will advance deploy right here. I mean, they put their troops all the way back here, it doesn't matter to us. The Blood Dragon is going to take ages to arrive and it doesn't matter. Here we go.
Is mine by Van Hell.
Wow, their reinforcements arrive quickly, but not quick enough.
Von Carstein.
Still my beating heart. Everywhere is death.
Alright, and just make sure I didn't miss any unit abilities. Yeah, I said before, necromancers are really fragile, so we're not going to lose too much sleep if we lose a necromancer or two. That's also the easiest hero to recruit again. The other guys are going to be able to take some punishment. Well, well, well.
Carstein.
Yes, and... We got a Wind of Death here. I'm wondering if I should overcast it.
I am immortal. Vampire, as inevitable as death.
It looks like we're gonna lose the Necromancer.
What do you want?
I'm gonna wait a little bit, see if I can overcast a Wind of Death.
No one can stop.
That's like one of the most powerful things you can do in the entire game.
My fangs grow sharp.
Their time has come.
Vlad.
How much do I need to overcast anyway?
Don't let the zombies fight. Enemy wizard spotted.
Tremble, mortals.
Yeah, I'm just biding my time. The Blood Dragon has like the whole map to travel to get here.
It shall
The
be
battle might
done.
be over for ages. Alright. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna overcast this, and I'm gonna pause this. This direction? Yeah. Actually, this looks denser. Let's see what this does. Look at this! Nice! That is fantastic. So we broke like half the enemy in one single cast. And now we'll weaken the rest of them. I'm gonna save up for another Death's Wind Overcast. It's so good. Like 72 damage in a wind shape. It's so good. Alright, the vampire is something that I want to save. I'm not sure I should have given her the Forbidden Rod. Maybe I should pass that over to Isabella. But, well, let's actually try to run... Nah, it doesn't matter. It's a settlement battle. They're gonna die. So I want to take a look at Vlad's kill numbers. Oh, 249. That's not that many. Although the gold value is really good. All right. We're going to normally occupy this. So we lost a necromancer. And yeah, we just gained some mounts. I'm going to talk about that in a moment. We lost the necromancer, which we will recruit back immediately. Aggressive, I guess, or maybe perceptive. Yeah, I'll take aggressive.
Who shall we destroy?
So about mounts, Isabella is on a battle nightmare right now. Normally with heroes and lords, getting on a mount is like a no-brainer, because it gives your hero a pretty big bonus. Like as you can see here, when you're on the mount, you get more armor, you get of course a ton of speed, you get a bigger charge bonus, you get more health. The problem is that being on a mount gives you a bigger target, and when you're in a flying mount, the enemy AI is going to really prioritize their range units to target you. Not saying that you can't use flying mounts, but you got to be careful about them, and you should definitely not have them out on their own unsupported. You want to keep your heroes together as much as possible. So that's it for the spiel on mounts. And let's send these lords back into our territory. Yeah, we'll pay attention to the public order in these two provinces. Maybe farm some rebellions.
Bow! I thirst.
All right.
Your wish, master.
Well, let's look at the skill points for Vlad. Yeah, we'll take Transformation of Caden, and that's about it.
The world.
Shadows, yes. Now we have Pit of Shades. I think Death's Wind is still better, so I might not even actually cast it. Isabella is also going to go for Wind of Death.
Bow before me.
Arabelle.
What?
Yeah. It's kind of standard assignments.
What?
So the Blood Dragon Bloodline, yeah, we're still gonna start with the spells. Raise Death, Wind of Death, Curse of Undeath, and then the Hunger.
Lord of the Dead.
So the Banshee is going to be all about melee. We've got everything assigned.
By the comet. I have.
Yeah, let's upgrade Castle Drakenhof. And since we got commandment here, Foster Terror, we just got another Blood Kiss. Which one should I choose? Oh, actually, I'm going to choose Necroc and get a 25% research bonus. Okay then, that's all we can do for now.
I do not bandy words with the weak. Leave me.
What's this? Huh. 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 Do I do this? Do I actually want to pay Ungrim off? Wow. You know what? I'm going to do this. Let's take care of Sterling first. I guess sooner or later we're going to be at war, but I don't want to expand into that area just yet. And the dwarves are a pretty bad matchup for us because of their magic resistance and high leadership. So for now, we're going to focus on taking out Sterling or making peace if they are willing to do that. Yeah, they are definitely not willing. Which is also fine. We can always move into the area. Yeah, so Ungrim is here, I guess. Yeah, I don't want to move into the mountains if I could help it.
It is night. King of darkness. I am going. Yes, plunder the grimoires.
The question is, can I reach Woodbat after ending my turn
Do you need fresh
in my own territory?
Find me charnel pits.
Let's join it with Vlad.
Bliss awaits. Soon I'll be all powerful.
Should I recruit this guy now? Alright, yeah, let's join this guy with
Ready.
Vlad's army. Salvador. And alright. We will upgrade our buildings. Where else? I'm gonna save my money for Ancient Armory then. Or is this gonna pay for itself? Actually, this is gonna pay for itself. Okay. That's all. Yeah, actually, let's also start trading with Oh, never mind. We can't actually trade. Is there anybody we can trade?
In the name of the... You are yet to try.
Yeah, we don't have any trade goods. That's the problem. Well, we'll end the turn, figure this out later.
Thou shalt treat me with the respect.
And Jufi is just straight out at war with us now. Well, if that's the case... Okay, so this dilemma, one gives us race that costs bonus, one gives us leadership. This doesn't matter to us. Let's do this one. Alright.
Carstein.
Well, now that Jufi is at war with us, we're gonna send our 3 generic lords back to Castle Drakenhof to hold them off. Yeah, this is actually pretty scary.
What is your will?
Honestly, do I want to move Vlad back as well?
Everything dies.
I will not disgrace my ancestors. Don't think so.
Grave times.
What is unthinkable?
Now send this guy back.
My bloodline calls.
Well, the Blood Dragon's a little too far away already.
All shall know.
Oh, it's a shame I can't reach Woodbat this turn. Well, we'll still move up.
Will be mine. Ready. Moving.
Now, what's gonna happen when I attack with Vlad? Let's level up this guy first. Our Banshee. Let's get elusive. Alright. Well, this is gonna be a huge battle.
Unworkable.
Lord of the night. Bring them.
A huge battle for us. Well, auto resolve doesn't like it. I feel like we can do better. If we can time an overcast Wind of Death at the proper time. What we're going to do here, I think, is we're going to make use of the forest and join up with the Blood Dragon before we move forward.
Bow before me.
Well, the other way to do this is that we'll mess up the reinforcements by deploying here. Yeah, that might be the better plan, actually. One Blood Dragon, more or less, probably doesn't make a difference.
On death's wings.
We'll sneak up on them. Oh, no. Let's stay here. Let's stay here. The enemy probably has no idea that we're here. We'll wreck their reinforcements when they come. So 30 seconds more. And there we go.
Vlad von Carstein.
There we go. Now Blood Dragon is gonna have to run a marathon.
Hungry for blood.
We're gonna wait a little bit. Wait a little bit.
Your time has come.
Necromancer.
Is this already time for us to overcast the Death Wind? And is it gonna get better? Anytime soon? Real quick pause here. I'll get these guys focused on their Archlector.
Isabella von Carstein.
Okay, well, this is gonna be as good as it's gonna get, I think.
Your master.
How's this? One spell takes over half the enemy army. Oh, that's such a wonderful feeling. Focus on the Archlector. Yeah, we might have the Blood Dragon. No, he'll go through force and then maybe smash into the enemy missiles.
The dead.
But yes, that was good.
Master of the undead.
One more cast, and I think that will be it for the enemy army. Period.
Von Carstein. Kill.
Well, we got some range units out here. Those are the big threats for us. On the other hand, if we can rout the rest of these guys, it wouldn't matter.
Carstein.
Slay them.
Yeah, we need at least 20 for that.
Time to feast.
Yeah, Blood Dragon is running a real marathon. Hey, it's still a really nice formation for an overcast Wind of Death.
Vlad von Carstein.
He's laid.
Let's see. Just make sure we use our abilities properly.
Vlad von Carstein.
Okay, so it costs 20 wins. This should do it. How's that? Nice! Nice! Nice, nice, nice!
I am
So
busy.
2 overcast Winds of Death. All it takes to wipe the enemy.
What do you want?
I'm just gonna make this a little bit cheap and heal this vampire back to full health before we call it a day. Well, the Blood Dragon is just like halfway, but that was perfect. $475 kills. And wow, 13,000 damage. Oh, that felt good. Well, it's unfortunate that they're going to replenish some of that losses. But it's only going to get easier for us.
King of Darkness. No mercy.
Oh, I can reach it. Well then, we'll continue siege here.
My bloodline calls. Annihilate them.
Okay, so if we attacked, we are in range. Let's do some assignments here.
Bats and wolves, gather.
Treasurer. Well, who should I give the Iron Curse icon?
Blood.
This Shadow's Empire is on the mount already. So she's going to be a bigger target, which means that the curse icon is going to be more useful for her.
Shed them.
And we're also going to assign our skill points before we assault. Yeah, I think the hunger is what I'm going to go for here. Save ourselves the effort of having to heal them. A second Wind of Death. And we'll go through this stuff. Yeah, the Necromancer is kind of useless when it's at low level. So now, here we go. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we can win this. After winning the last one. So, first, we're gonna move these reinforcements. Actually, I guess I can keep it where they are. We'll move the army here. Doesn't really matter where we go in from. We'll bang down the gates. It will take a little bit of fire, but we'll be inside very soon. Speed us up. What happened to the music? Anyway, there goes the gate, and we'll send these guys in. And it looks like we're gonna catch one of those crossbowmen right off the bat, which is really good. All right.
Hungry for blood.
Well, there goes another. If they're gonna split their troops out, they're gonna pay for it. Even though I'm not going to be able to cast a super-powered Wind of Death.
Vlad von Carstein.
I am immortal.
Well, now, let's bring the Blood Dragon in. Maybe he'll make it in faster this time, since it's not that far away. It's only half the map, not the whole map. Yeah, I don't want to cast Wind of Death here. That's not really worth it. It's not like we're losing the melee battle. Speed it up, speed it up. How are we doing? Yeah, we want to make sure everyone is really engaged in combat so that we don't get shot at by crossbows.
This world is mine.
Doing okay so far?
Vlad von Carstein.
All life must end.
Yeah, the other problem with putting your laws on the mount, spearmen have a bonus versus large, which applies when your lord is on a mount. So that's also one of the things you have to think about in addition to missile troops here. On the other hand, spearmen are crappy, and even with that bonus, they're not going to be a match for your guys. And, you know, aside from having like the critical mass of units, the other thing that's helping us is that now most of our guys have the hunger, so they're going to start healing up by themselves when they're in melee combat, rather than having to use spells to heal them up. So that's another huge point in favor of the vampire counts. I'm gonna pull this White King back a little bit. He's getting separated from the others, and the Blood Dragon is here. Let's keep everybody together. Make it harder for them to target us. Well, we have plenty of magic in reserve. The problem is that there's no great place to cast Wind of Death or one of the other damage spells because the enemy is so spread out. On the other hand, them being spread out makes it much easier for us to win in melee. So let's go for these guys. Why are you guys walking? You got a run order. Just slowly wearing them down. The only thing that maybe I should be concerned about is the healing cap on our heroes. Did we get this guy? Yes. So we got the enemy lord. What's next? We've got to go in one direction. We can't go back and forth. Let's keep going this way. Up the hill, we've got some crossbowmen here. Yeah, and another thing you got to be careful of when putting your lords on mounts, they're gonna get separated from the guys on foot. So you got to manage it properly and make sure they don't get isolated, because as mentioned before, lords on mounts are going to be a target for enemy archers. And when your lords are isolated, they are also much more vulnerable even in melee. The heroes, I mean. We're still doing really well. Just taking a lot of time because spells are out of the question right now. How are we doing? These guys are really not a threat. Alright, so they've broken. Now let's go after... we got more infantry regrouping in front of the crossbowmen. Let's get rid of these swordsmen and then go for the crossbows. We are still close enough that they can't really fire at will. A couple of arrows is not going to hurt us too badly. Oh, what are you doing? Hold on. Yeah, that's the risk when you turn up the speed all the way. Sometimes a unit goes rogue, ignores an order, and you're not able to address it fast enough. Well, in this case, we didn't really pay a price for it, so that was fine. Let's just get these militia. Good. We took out some of the enemy defenses. Wait, this is just a supply point. Yeah, I guess we'll just focus on killing the enemy units. Don't worry too much about victory points. Ooh, what was that? Explosive shot from a tower? Well, that's still more helpful for us than it's to them. Let's also take out this spot. Oh, we got an ambush here. Well, it doesn't matter, they're gonna die. Did they have stock or something? Huh. No, they didn't. It's just out of our line of sight. Here's the second victory point. In fact, if we're here, we may as well just spend some of our magic on Spirit Leech. Just get rid of the rest of their lords. How many enemies have we killed? Let's get him. Go get him. Go get him. Yeah, we're taking some fire, but the priority would be to kill the enemy lord. While those militia just keep disappearing. Well, Isabella is here. We took out the Huntsman General, now we'll join the rest of these guys with Isabella.
Lord of the dead.
His lady.
I'm forgetting to use my abilities.
Master.
Not that it matters at this point. Ooh.
All shall perish.
Well, it's kind of like a whack-a-mole situation here. Well, it's fine, we'll just keep pressing forward. At some point they're gonna start regrouping. Where are the victory points here? Should I just go for it? Nah. It's still easier to just take out all the enemy troops. Can I build towers, by the way, if I capture supply points? Yeah. Well, they're down to 1,000. Less than 1,000. We need to take out the units that keep regrouping here. Yeah, these crossmen have stock, don't they? Alright, so it looks like one of the vampires is starting to hit her replenishment limit. Come on, shatter these guys. Get rid of them forever. It's still not gone. Come on. Get rid of these archers. Yeah, we're just spending the rest of this battle in fast forward. And this should be like the last real cell of resistance. Okay, finally. Wow. That took like 25 game minutes. All right. No. Okay, Isabella has got a Hellsteed, and there's a flying mount. As I mentioned, that's something that we're going to have to be careful about. Like, having a flying mount can be very useful. Obviously, flying around the battlefield. But it also makes her a big arrow magnet. Alright, now let's take a look at our skill points. Alright, so for Vlad, yeah, I think the Lore Master upgrade is going to be the most relevant. Actually, no. Let's take Wind of Death first. It gives a bonus to Curse of Years, but Vlad can't learn that spell, I think. So it's actually not that useful. We'll still take it because it gives a -2 winds cost to the Overcast Winds of Death. Who's next? Okay. You also have a Hellsteed. Then maybe I should give her Grave Ward first. Get her to 35% missile resistance. Same goes for Isabella, actually. No. Well, Isabella will focus on Wind of Death. Purple Sun.
Lord of the Dead.
Sorry, this is like standard procedure. Let's put the Necromancers on auto assign. Actually, no. I want to manually get Wind of Death and then auto assign. The White King can be auto assigned. That's not too much of a problem. Blood Dragon, raise that, and Wind of Death. Banshee is also auto-assign. Necromancer. Okay. So we got this part.
Bats and wolves, gather.
I wonder if Jufbar is coming for Castle Dragonhof like immediately. Let's just let ourselves recruit a few more Necromancers. And okay. Alright. Musion, accept refugees. Oh, we got the Red Duke from the Recruit Defeated Legendary Lords mod.
I have no time for this.
Well, this is not so much interesting as flat out annoying. We gotta make sure we keep these guys together. Let's have them meet up at the moat. We'll move the red drag. Blood Dragon Blood Dragon back because I think Vlad has plenty to take the last Sterling settlement, but we're gonna move
Necropolis awaits.
Salvatore here. We're gonna have to force march a few guys, but it's worth it to keep them together. Bottom line is that we might lose Swatchaven, but as long as we keep them from pushing any further, we should be able to retake it. And 5 lords here hopefully is enough to hold off a dwarf army. First, let's take out Flensburg. Yeah, we're actually pretty short on income now. We're paying big upkeep because we've got like 5 or 6 armies. 6 armies, I think, to pay for, and the supply lines penalty adds up, even though we don't have a lot of actual units. Alright, first let's see where the enemy is. This might be another situation where we intercept the reinforcements. Yeah, 6 seconds, we're gonna intercept them. They're dead. They're very dead. They're very, very dead. Give me a chance to cast Winds of Death. Huh, no Winds of Death yet.
Queen of Darkness.
Yeah, Isabella and Forbidden Rod. Now that's actually a pretty good combination, because Isabella is going to be able to recover the damage that she takes from Forbidden Rod. And here comes an overcharged Winds of Death. Nice. What a wipeout.
What do you want?
Woo! 1 spell is all it takes. Now, as we expand, making vassals instead of conquering them becomes a possibility. However, when it comes to the Empire Heartland, we are going to just capture and hold those territory. So we will occupy Ooh, Talisman Preservation, that's nice. 16% ward save. First, we'll demolish this recruitment building that we do not need, and we'll foster terror. Alright. Well, what will happen to public order here next turn? I'm going to stop collecting income in more time. It doesn't actually restore public order to neutral, but maybe buys a few turns. I mean, if if this province does rebel, it's not a massive loss. And when I put it that way, I might as well just milk it while I can. Skill points for Vlad. Let's have dirt cheap Wind of Death.
Lord of the Dead.
Yeah.
All shall know me and tremble.
Oops. Oops. Well, it's not a huge loss, but I should not have clicked enter in there. Well, we'll just see what Jufba does.
Should thine words displease
Ooh.
I shall
Okay. We got another war to fight on this side. Well, at least Vlad is in position. I'm just a little bit concerned about Gelt. We don't have an army for him to deal with, but if he has final transmutation, that's gonna do a lot of damage to my heroes too. And another war! We get all the wars. Okay, this is a garrison battle, so we are going to auto-resolve this. Got another quest battle. Well, let's wait on it. First thing we do here, we got Beastmen. Let's just roadkill it on our way to taking care of Aben. Let's just roadkill this guy.
shed their blood.
Now, garrisons are fair game. We could use these troops if we have to. We're not going to. It's just much easier to simply fight with our heroes. In fact, like, these reinforcements are more of a liability to us. The Minotaurs might be dangerous, and the Cygors as well. Yeah, like single entity or like these small units that have high stats tend to be pretty dangerous for us because we can't just wipe them with a Wind of Death. We can weaken them with our abilities. And all right. Yeah, the Forbidden Rod is really good on Isabella.
Hungry for blood.
In fact, the Earthing Rod also works really well on Vlad. Alright, it's time.
By Van Hell.
One big overcast Wind of Death. Whoa! Look at that blood.
Vlad von Carstein. This world is mine.
Good, good, good. And let's also take out the Lord now. Our reinforcements have arrived. We do not care.
Blood frenzy. Vampire.
Huh. We have not been able to get to their beast spray shaman. It's a shame. Here I think well, before we use Spirit Leech, let's do something about these Ungar Raiders. And now we Spirit Leech those remaining Cygors. Yeah, the thing that worries me is the high weapon damage. Let's try to disable them for a little bit. We still have plenty of power reserves. If we can rout one of these Cygors, the other one should follow. Because then we'll be able to focus on it. Now, this is one of the advantages of being on a mount, that knockback attacks don't work so well on you. Let's see, Isabella is on a Hellsteed. So that's one of the Cygors. It's dead. Huh. Alright. Let's take the other one. Obviously. Okay. Oh, I should have used a healing spell on this necromancer. Yeah, look at the numbers that Vlad puts up. We can actually replenish our army, but it's so little. I'd rather just take the money.
Vlad von Carstein.
Okay.
Unstoppable.
Before we move forward, we will level up our guys. Ooh. Yeah, let's take this. Cloud of Horror.
King of Darkness.
Wait a second. Yeah, let's focus on magical reserves. Make sure, because Vlad's Wind of Death is probably the best that we can cast right now, so we're actually not that concerned about getting... We're not that concerned about getting other spells at the moment. So let's follow this up.
No mercy.
Now this is a decisive victory, and I will auto-resolve it.
The von Carstein.
Next up. Next up, 1 second. Next up, we're going to go for this guy.
They will not.
It's mostly low-level units. There are a lot of crossbowmen. I have to be careful. Yeah, auto-resolving does more damage to us, so this necromancer is pretty hurt. We might lose it. Still, like I said, necromancers are pretty expendable in this kind of playstyle. So if we lose it, we recruit another one back. Not a big issue.
Vlad von Carstein.
Yes, and advanced deployment allows us to get into the face of the enemy. Now, since we got 3 flyers, we actually have to be a little bit careful. We charge them right in, make sure they don't get the chance to fire shots off.
Vlad von Carstein.
Necromancer.
Yeah, and like I said, the enemy missiles are going to be focused on your flyers, and that's something you need to be very aware of. Maybe I should have kept all of them together, to be honest.
I am busy.
Well, we still have a pretty nice blob here. 1 Wind of Death should be able to cross both of these blobs. Wait for them to blob a little bit more. A hair more. Yeah, we may as well do it now.
I will.
Maybe not the best angle for this, but still good enough to wipe like... Yeah. That's plenty, that's plenty.
Bow before me.
That's way good enough.
Lord of the dead.
The living will join us.
Alright, we got freedom here to gang up on the enemy lord.
Kneel before your master.
We should use some smaller spells here then. Make sure we don't let their crossbowmen survive for too long.
Very well. By my will.
Master of the
Okay.
Isabella von Carstein. I am immortal.
Yeah, we're not worried about getting blobbed, but we are worried when they have got gunners able to shoot into our formation.
Isabella von Carstein. Isabella.
Can we kill Avon?
no one can stop me.
Isabella.
I will save my wins for another overcast Wind of Death,
Vlad
even if it's a little bit risky. Yeah, they are blobbing up. We're not at 20 yet. Ooh, I set one of my own vampires on fire.
Isabella von Carstein, we rule the night.
Well, we missed the chance to actually beat the crap out of them. Well, we can use Pendulum in that case. Or maybe the Pit of Shades is actually better.
Bow before me. Vlad von Carstein.
Ooh. It's not as good as Wind of Death.
This world is
Wind of Death is way too good.
with
But we did break those crossbowmen though. And let's take this guy out once and for all.
yes,
We still got plenty of health.
hungry for blood. Vlad von Carstein.
Can we actually kill him? Right, let's be careful about our flyers. Be careful.
Lord of the dead. Blood.
Let's keep these guys together. Good. We took out their lord. Now, all right. 1 second here. I'm going to use the time that we have left to
Do you want?
just heal up.
His lady.
Hungry for blood.
Life is a phase.
Are we out of magic? No, we're not. So we need 6 wins. You know what? This is good enough. Okay, yeah, the crosswoman caused us a little bit of trouble. But again, 1 overcast Wind of Death is usually enough to turn the battle on its heels. On its head, sorry. What was I saying?
Vlad von Carstein.
Good. Necromancer's getting amount is really helpful because they're so slow when not on the mount. Well, at some point we're going to upgrade to a corpse cart and then they'll be really slow again. But that's another story. We might actually keep them on a nightmare if that's what it takes. Just so we can keep the army together.
Darkness.
Let's see. Well, mortal levies doesn't help us. What will help us is mesmerizing aura or Coven of Undeath. Huh. Let's see if it helps us level up quicker. The hunger. Yeah, I want to auto assign points, but if we are fighting under battle, I want my army as strong as it can be. Okay. We'll catch up to them and finish them off. Alright, as usual we're going to advance deploy, and this time we're going to keep everybody together.
Bring death! I will! No one can stop me.
I mean, the necromancers are gonna fall behind. We can't help that. If we had more units, we could spread them out and have the flyers deal with the range units, but right now we are still few enough in numbers that it will be better to keep stuff together.
Join me!
We are together, right? Okay. Speed this up, and yeah, the problem with having large units, meaning mounted units in your army, is that the enemy range units are not going to blow up the same way as if you had everything on foot. I'm still keeping my guys on their mounts because I like to have that mobility in my back pocket, but again, it's something to be aware of. Let's overcast this Wind of Death and see what it does. It's not as impressive as when you have a legit, like, huge blob, but good enough. In fact, the enemy is so scattered I don't have a good time to use my unit abilities. I don't want to split these guys out though. So I'm just gonna keep them together, send them against enemies on each side. There goes one of them. And two more. Yeah, we're gonna keep this speed at fast forward because this is a lot of whack-a-mole action. There we go. Yeah, maybe we should take the mortar as well. At least they keep coming back to this location, so not that hard to chase them down and kill them. Alright, we shattered this one. I mean, they run away before even making contact. When are we going to get army losses? All right. Okay. So we stop here this turn. Next turn, Vlad is going to hit. We are at war with this faction, right? Listen. So we will. Let's see. We will overrun known. Come around Wissenberg. We're not at war with Averheim yet. Well, this is a problem. This is a problem.
I am a rune lord, not some smith. My bloodline calls.
Okay. So what we would do... I need to recruit a red necromancer somewhere.
Who shall we destroy? Not likely. I have no time for
5
this.
lords versus
Stop that.
a 15 armies. I mean, a 15 unit stack.
Find me channel.
Well, we're gonna have to take a risk here.
It all to me. Agreed. For now.
We're going to have to... Well, we'll stick these 5 armies together.
Fight.
Next turn, we'll be able to get this necromancer into position.
Yes, plunder the grimoire.
Well, not even next turn, to be honest. Yeah, we need to get... I should have recruited it here. Well...
Not likely.
Let's see if we can
Not some smith.
win here.
What?
We're still out of... Oh, well, this guy might take the moot.
Cower before.
Well, we just gonna have to come around. Let's look at the skill points. This is gonna go quicker. Quicker than usual. I lied. I also want to get these 2 skills, so maybe Pit of Shades and Orcham's Mind Razor takes a bit of a back seat here.
The von Carstein.
Now, Isabella's bonuses. This doesn't matter, it's only for beast units. This doesn't matter, it only affects animals. This kind of matters, kind of. It gives us another vampire. Okay, okay. Well, it's not entirely useless, I guess. Well, but Time of Rising is useless. Wait. Well, yeah, it's useless. It's only a unit. It only gives bonuses to troops. So Midnight's Children, and that's it. I don't know if I should build anything at Castle Drakenhof yet. Not that I can if I wanted to. Let's skip that.
Bring me flesh to craft.
Okay. Yeah, the problem is dealing with enemies from multiple sides. Vlad's army can beat pretty much anything. But that's only one army, and we don't have a good second army to deal with threats from the other side. Whoa, 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 Balthasar Geld. That's not nice. Whoa, oops, sorry. Hit the mic. Okay. Oh, and now we're at war with Evelyn too. Well, this got out of hand quickly. This got out of hand quickly. Well, this one we have to fight. Even though it shows a decisive defeat, we're gonna have to fight this and hope we get a good result of it. The problem is our reinforcements are all over the place, so we don't know when and where they're gonna arrive. Yeah, it's all over the place. I'm gonna hide this guy into one of the forests and move this reinforcements over here. But we don't have nearly as many tools with these guys as I had with Vlad. So I'll hide this guy here. These two arrive in a minute or so. This guy will arrive here. So we'll take another few minutes. So we only got 4 armies here, it looks like. We're gonna make do with what we have. Speed this up. Come on. Come quicker, come faster, please. Okay. Can we get the Blood Dragon involved too? I still think there's a chance, even without the benefit of Wind of Death. I think there's a chance. Not a strong one.
Yes, soon, my legions, soon. Vampire Lord. I thirst. Vampire Lord.
Oh, come on, what are you doing? Don't lose to miners. Right. And first, we got a bounce spell here to use. Where is the enemy lord? Here it is. I have no large area spells. So what I'm gonna have to do is to try to kill the Rune Lord with death magic. And then maybe use Raise Dead to help us out a little bit more. Actually, we do have Death Wind. What am I saying? So we might have a chance. We do have a chance. We should have cast the Death Wind before we summoned the skeletons. That's okay. That's okay. As long as we get this out. Pretty good damage, even though dwarves have magic resistance. But yes, we cast it at the wrong time. We're still fine. Are we able to get the Rune Lord out? Those bombs are not too much of a problem because I think they hurt more of their own units than they hurt us. Pause. I need to aim this properly. Alright, I think we're gonna lose the Necroc. Maybe the Master Necromancer too. Well, we might lose the whole battle. Yeah, if we're talking about that. Did we get the enemy lord? Where is he? Let's see if we can run this guy down and kill him. Even if it means we take some fire. Good! Good, good. We got the enemy lord. We're still in trouble. We're still in a pretty good bit of trouble. But that changes a lot of things. Yeah, we are able to break some of the weaker enemy units now. Well, the Necroc is not doing great, but the Vampire Lord is holding out. And the Blood Dragon is doing okay on his own. Oh, good grief. We got another Lord coming. Is he in range? And are we able to cast another Wind of Death if we need to? Right, we lose the Necromancer. Hard to say which way this is gonna go. Where is that Dwarf Lord? Oh, he's in my Blood Dragon's face. Alright, this looks like a losing battle. Okay, this does look like a losing battle. Are we going to have a chance to cast Wind of Death again? At least. No, so we better... Ah, damn it. Damn it. We missed our chance. Well, it's too late to regret now. Too late to regret now. Well, well, that was bad. We did much better than the auto-resolve expected us to. But that was still bad. I still think it's better for Vlad to come around the south and go back to Castle Drakenhof, but we might lose Castle Drakenhof before that. We just have to be careful. Yeah, we've got a lot of rebuilding to do. Yeah. Yeah. Well, we're still gonna fight this manually. Even though it's 100% not gonna go well for us. Yuck, that's a really bad place for those reinforcements to come. Yuck. Well, there's no good way for me to do this.
With haste, a new order comes. Eternal.
We're just going to like ping this guy with some spells. I mean, the Necroc is not fast, but fast enough to not get caught by a dwarf. Let's see if we can at least do some damage here. We're very limited in what we can do, but if we can at least kill this lord, then it might be worth it. It's not like we have much use for these spells anyway. And something is weird with my window. I'm seeing the taskbar at the bottom of my screen. It's not showing up on the stream, so I'll just live with it for now. Have we got it? Just short. Just short. Can we make it in time to Spirit Leech this lord? Here. We'll just attack anyway. Still not there? Come on. Come on. Good.
You serve me.
So... I mean, we could try to retreat. Yeah, we can't retreat anyway. It's not gonna save any of my lords, even if we did. Yikes, yikes, yikes. Pistoliers. Whoops. Press the wrong key on the keyboard. Let's catch up to them. I forgot I had a weapon skill to use here. Yeah. Yeah, that was never going to go well for us. At least we did kill the enemy lord. It's going to be replaced by someone else next turn. Yeah, this time I'm just going to auto-resolve. We don't have a chance. Well, that was not good. What we're gonna have to do here... I'm gonna keep Vlad on the move and wheel him around, wreaking havoc in this area. Can we find a way to defend Castle Drakenhof? We did lose the other... We did lose our 3 generic lords, so we can recruit new ones to replace them. Let's recruit the Dread Incarnate Vampire Lord. At least we'll have a full stack in Castle Drakenhof and... I just wonder if that's even enough to hold off these armies. Like this is like insane. It's like total meta. With a bunch of archers to counter my stuff. Well, worst case scenario, I can even afford to lose Templehof, but I want to hold on to Drakenhof at all costs. Should I actually? Should I actually build a garrison just to be on the safe side, or I'll recruit? Or recruit a Strigoi Gold King first. So strong Gold King.
This better be important. Vlad von Carstein.
And then I'm going to send Vlad towards noon. We should be fine here. Yeah, let's finish this turn and call it a day. It's been like 3.5 hours already. And I got a ton of stuff to do that I really need to get finished by Monday. Oh, so this looks like a unique siege map. Well, maybe not unique, but a little bit unusual. I mean, it will usually be the kind of settlement that's easier to defend than to attack, since you can only attack on one side. But our army doesn't really care about that. Right, where do we deploy? Looks like a unique map. I've never seen this before. Well, we'll bash down the gates. Yeah, we'll keep the flying units together as well. Maybe we should have actually dismounted them before we started the siege. But that might be overthinking stuff.
On Carstein.
Slay them before they do.
I will rule all.
Gotcha. Yeah, it does look unique. It has certain features that I don't think I've ever seen in other settlements.
Hungry for blood.
Well, on the other hand, I've also never really played Empire in Warhammer 3, so maybe I'm just talking out my ass. This kind of looks like an Imperial fort by the layout of it. Meanwhile, I even forgot to use my unit abilities here.
Blood frenzy.
Necromancer.
It's just gonna be a long grind here. I really don't want to waste a win of death on these guys.
No one can stop me.
Maybe I can just use a Flock of Doom. No need to overcast. I mean, these guys are holding on for longer than I would like, which is resulting in me taking some fire from archers. Alright, we're gonna send these guys around.
Dare on death's wings. Victory is mine.
The flyers will catch the crossbowmen first. Well, it's just crossbowmen here, so no threat in melee. It's just that when you have a barricade here, that complicates things by a bunch. That complicates things so much. Damn it. All right. Well, the White King will do okay on his own.
Our time is now.
I don't want to leave the Necromancer undefended.
Queen of Darkness.
And maybe we can take this supply points away from them.
Yes,
Get rid of these barricades.
Isabella von Carstein.
Yes, awake, minions.
Where's the White King? Yeah, run these guys down.
Yes.
Where did their lord go, by the way? Over here. All right.
Isabella
Well, that's not a problem.
I am busy.
The problem is that these guys are refusing to break, even with the White King running them down.
Carstein.
By Van Hell.
Yeah, So responding to comments on Twitch, I am playing Vlad, and well, actually, see the title. I'm playing the campaign without any troops. So no recruiting, no race stat. Disband all the troops that you start with.
Isabella von Carstein.
So as you can see, this army is just Vlad and 7 heroes.
Vlad von Carstein.
No, because Vlad gives everybody Vanguard deployment.
All shall bow before me.
Isabella von Carstein.
With haste.
I want to kill this guy, but never mind. Let's just break these guys first.
Lord of the dead. Vlad von Carstein. Attack.
I'm not certain.
All mortals.
I can't be sure. I can't be certain that's faction,
Isabella von
whether it's a faction or lord effect.
Dance macabre. Bow before me.
I might look it up.
Isabella von Carstein. I thirst.
Well, the more important thing is that you're starting with Sylvania.
It is done.
Die.
I am busy.
Like, even if Isabella is easier than Vlad, it's still like, it's a question of like who's number 1 and who's number 2. It's those two and then everybody else.
Isabella von Carstein.
Life ends.
See them tremble. Attack.
Let's see. I'm gonna keep Isabella trained on these crossbowmen. In fact, this is the point where I start splitting out my troops.
Hunger.
I want to be able to run down those fast missile troops with... What is this? What are you doing?
Isabella von Carstein.
We should be fine, even with just like 2 heroes in a single area.
I am darkness.
Now the question is, where is the enemy lord? Okay, he's still here.
This world is mine.
I smell fear. Slaughter them.
Kneel before
Hmm.
Vlad von Carstein.
Alright, let's get the White King on these crossbowmen.
Kill.
Their time has come.
But the important thing is that I don't want to separate Vlad from the necromancers. We got a vampire in trouble here.
Noble of the night.
Alright, I guess it's time for Pits of Shades.
Yes, Queen of Darkness. It is done.
Let's send Isabella in here. The problem is that this vampire is pretty much at her regeneration limit, so even Isabella there might not help her all that much.
The von Carstein's
Worst gets
march.
worse, I'm gonna pull this one out of the fray.
What?
Swiftly, Isabella von Carstein. I hunger.
What's this guy? Okay, the Banshee. She is fine. Come on, just get rid of this general.
Hungry for blood!
Bow before me.
How much progress have we made?
They will suffer.
Should be pretty close to triggering army losses.
Vlad von Carstein!
I don't have Spirit Leech on this side,
Of the dead!
For my lord.
so there's nothing I can do to ping these.
Vlad von Carstein!
Isabella.
Vampire.
Yes?
Where's Isabella?
His lady.
Alright. And
Vlad von
alright, let's save the life of this necromancer.
All shall bow before me.
We rule the night.
Come on.
Blood kiss.
And one or two more routing units and we should be done here.
Isabella von Carstein.
Okay, finally. So I'm going to look it up real quick. What are their respective bonuses? Vlad. Yeah, I think Vlad's Vanguard deployment ability is for Vlad himself. Although, does it work when he's a hero? But for sure, like the Vlad's ability to give Vanguard deployment is for himself as a lord. Yeah. So it would not apply if I chose Isabella. And I would rather have Vanguard deployment than whatever vampire hero bonuses that Isabella might give. In fact, it's like 10 attack and 10 defense, and that's not really good enough for me. Let's occupy this place. All right.
Cower before me.
Okay, and so I'm gonna call it a day here. Before we do that, let's take a look at our situation here. In short, we are kind of in trouble because we've got Jufbar, we've got Aveland
Not possible.
with a full 20 unit stack. We've got Balthasar Gelt with a full 20 unit stack. All of them at war with me on my borders, and I don't have a lot of depth to absorb it. So my plan is going to be to swing Vlad around here and taking territory as he goes. Hit these guys in the back while their armies are away, and try to at least hold Castle Drakenhof. So that's the plan, and I will be back tomorrow at the same time to continue this campaign. We will see if that plan works. Yeah, I'm gonna check it out too, off the air. But yeah, I specifically chose Vlad in order to get that Vanguard deployment thing. Before we end, we'll just quickly assign some skill points here. Mesmerizing Aura. Ooh. Oh, this is a Master Necromancer that came back from dead. So I guess we'll move him out of harm's way.
Darkness comes.
And move him over here.
What is your will?
And let's finish assigning the skill points. For Isabel, I don't need At Dawn They Sleep. I'll get Court of Blood and actually will immediately recruit a vampire hero on Shadows here.
Expand Sylvania's borders.
Who else has skill points?
Vlad von Carstein.
Okay, if he's in Vlad's army, then I'll focus on Winds of Magic first. Same goes for this one, although let's just get Wind of Death. 1 point to Wind of Death first.
Ready.
I need to save the money, so I'm not going to build any buildings just yet. Actually, you know what? I would take one, like the lowest level Boneyard. Alright then. So that's all for today. I'll be back tomorrow at the same time to continue this campaign. The VOD will be up on Twitch and permanently on YouTube. In the meantime, please subscribe and follow on Twitter. I'm gonna sign off and then take a look at whether Isabella can actually have Vlad's Vanguard deployment bonus. So yes, see you tomorrow. Bye bye.